Hey guys, here's going to be a review of the 1/50th scale sword Peterbilt 379 with a Nelson 3x3x3. I got this back in December of '07 for $430. It is an expensive model, but it's really worth it. Right here is the Peterbilt 379 tractor. It's really detailed. As you can see, I have the dark blue version. This oversized load sign comes off. I usually just keep it on. You can see it has etched out grille. Hood opens to reveal the engine. The mud flaps are nice rubber. They're really flexible. Has nice warning beacons on top. Your horns, your lights. The door is open. The inside's really detailed. It's just hard to see because it's all black. But it's really nice. Your exhaust stacks with the hole in the exhaust. Your headache rack, it's got chains on it, some lights. It used to have the air hoses hooked up to this, but I could never get them to stay on the gooseneck or anything, so I just keep them off. But this cover right here pops off, and you can adjust the height of your lift axle. You can see when you push it up, the screws come up. I always keep mine up. Your fifth wheel, it is adjustable, but I just glued mine because really didn't mind if it slid or not. And every time I try to hook up the trailer, it would slide forward, and it's really hard to get it connected. But here's the back, your rubber mud flaps with the Peterbilt logo, your license plate, and this side it has a tarp that's strapped down. You can take it off if you want, but I keep it on. Your fuel tank, it's pretty nice. Here's the underside. It's pretty detailed. Your front axle steers, it clicks into place. But when you turn it, the wheel rubs against the fender. But it rolls pretty good. Next piece that hooks up to the trailer or to the tractor would be this piece. It's got your screw down jacks, but they're nice. You can't see the threads or anything. You get wood strips that are strapped down. You can take them out. Right here is where your airlines would hook up to. Here's your fifth wheel. It holds the kingpin. You can see each axle has lines and suspension. All replicated. The tiny decals on the mud flaps. The suspension on this piece isn't really nothing insane. It does have a little bit, but it's really stiff. But it rolls really good. I'll just hook it up as I'm going along. But the fifth wheel on my tractor, the latch is broke. It's been broke for a while. But the next piece that would hook up to that is this gooseneck. It's really nice. Nelson decal. You got some lights right here. You can see your air lines or brake lines, whatever. Reflective tape. Here's a knob for something. Not really sure. Here's the other side. It has a chain right here. Not really sure what it's for, but right here is a toolbox or storage box, whatever. Houses pumps or motors or something, I guess. It just hooks on. Right here is all your deck plates, deck sections, or whatever. This right here would be your next piece. It connects to the gooseneck. And then your deck connects to this. It's pretty nice. Got some lights, hoses. These little silver things on the front are for your flags. But to connect these, all these sections, all you do is the two prongs slide into the holes. Those holes. It just slides on. And you get these little metal pins. You see it's got a hole in it because it's supposed to have a little black pin, like a cotter pin or something, that slides in there. And behind it, it keeps the pin from sliding out. but you don't really need it because it's a tight fit. After that piece is this bigger piece goes on. This is your deck. It's really nice. It has your lines, and it's got these little strap hinges or whatever you can attach your chains to. Right there's one. They're all over it. Your airlines. These right here's your airlines on this piece. Right there. You can hook them up into this one, but it's really a pain. And there's that. I guess that's a 40-foot section and a 20-foot section. And here's two 10-foot sections. It goes together really well. They do supply these plastic clear clips that once you get the whole thing together, you can stick them underneath this deck and it'll raise the deck up off the ground when you put a load on it, because without it the deck will scrape the ground. Here's the next piece that connects on the end. It's the same as the first one. There's your deck so far. It's really long. Right here is your wood inserts. They're actually plastic. They just snap in. Pretty simple. And these two, they just sit on top. They don't snap in or anything. So it can be a little fiddly to get in. 'Cause they really don't sit on much. Just a little flange. And they fall out. They can fall inside real easily. And here's your next gooseneck for the back. It's pretty much the same as the front one, except this one has lines on it and it's got beacons, another toolbox or storage box. And it's got this connection right there. Next piece to go on is this little 3-axle dolly. It's got these cylinders that slide into this piece. I'll show you in a second. And it's got this that hooks up. There's a little hitch right here inside that this hooks onto, and when you turn the front of the trailer, this will actually turn on its own. It's pretty cool, but it's really nicely detailed. And this part's really suspension. It's got real nice suspension on it. And here's the last dolly or bogey, whatever you want to call it. This is probably the most detailed part. It's got all these lines, and this part turns. Right here is another storage box or something. There's another one down in here. All your suspension lines and everything. And back here is where a guy would stand to steer the back. This part opens up. You got shackles on the back. Rubber mud flaps. But this part's a little tricky to attach. But what I do, I put one cylinder in, and then you put your kingpin in. And then line those other cylinders up, and it'll just slide in. And there's that. And right here is where your gooseneck attaches. There's a pin on each side. These are a little difficult to get in. I use needle nose pliers most of the time. But got it this time. That's pretty much it. I'll try and hook this up real quick to show you it functioning. Get this chain out of the way. Yep. Actually got it on the first try. Kind of hard to see, but you can see it's hooked up. I'll show you when I turn this part of the trailer like this. This part will actually turn on its own. Pretty cool. Like I said about those clear plastic clips, they would go underneath and they'll clip onto these beams and it'll raise it up off the ground. I can't remember how many they give you, but they give you plenty. I broke a bunch of mine somehow. I don't really remember how, but that's the trailer. I'll put these flags on. It's a really nice detail that they give you. There's that. And they also give you these, well, they don't come with the trailer, but Sword came out with this fermentation tank. And that's what goes on here. And it's a really perfect load for it. And that's your cribbing for the tank. I actually have my tank hanging from a crane right now, so I'm not going to get it down. But it looks really good on here. If you have this model, I'd suggest getting the tank, because it really looks cool on here. I have pictures on my Facebook page. I think I do. If not, I'll upload some. But it's a really long model, as you can see. This table's about 4 feet wide, so this truck's 3 feet in length. It's really nice. I don't think too many are available. I just looked on the DHS website and they only have one left, and it's the light blue color. So if you come across one and have the money, I would suggest getting it. It's really a high detail model. Looks great in the collection. It is pretty expensive, but I really think it's worth it. I don't have too many heavy haulage models in my collection, but I'm starting to get some more. But there's the review of the Peterbilt 379 with Nelson 3x3x3.